Book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 20.
Oh, I'm good. I hope and I straight to Matthew chapter 8 though.
Matthew, chapter 18, verse 20. What does it say?
For where two or three are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them.
So what do you think people usually use? So I'm going to ask you to straw man or steel man. Just tell me what you think people will use this verse to justify.
So you don't have to go to church.
Something like that.
When
yes.
two people are there, God is there.
God is there. That is true. However, remember it says in my name. So what does it mean to do something in God's name? When you say in the name of prosperity or in the name of justice, we're doing that is consistent with the nature of justice, that is consistent with the nature of Christ. When Jesus was having the disciples, if it was enough to have just two people, we could have just had two disciples. If it's just enough to have two people, God would just be a duality, not a trinity.
I did think that, yeah, this word two or three, it didn't it's not just, I don't think it's just specifically saying that. You know how people give examples, so I don't think we should just say, okay, it's because it's just two or three, then it's okay for it to just be two or three. It's just like, I mean, it couldn't have listed every single number in this world in there.
You could say when a billion people, yeah? When a billion people are gathered in my name.
Yeah, it's just trying to say two is not too small. And like, big is not too small. It's, yeah.
Alright, in order to understand, in order to understand, it says, for where two or three are gathered in my name. Another version says, as my followers. So basically what we're trying to say is this. When you gather in God's name, or, as a followers, it's not enough to just be two people, or three people, or four people, or five people. What we're saying is that you should gather in the name of God. It doesn't mean you don't have to go to church. It doesn't mean when two people agree, that means it will come to pass automatically. No, it has to be in the name of Christ. It has to be consistent with the person of Christ, and we should stop using this verse to justify, like she said, not going to church, to justify just coming up with plans by ourselves and not involving God because we are two or three, or to justify any other things. We should always, when we quote this verse, we should remember that we are supposed to do it in the name of God, in the person of God, as followers of Christ, consistent with the person of Christ. Thank you very much, and watch out for the very next verse.